Jim Collins wrote a book, Good to Great, and he talks about your hedgehog strategy, combining where your expertise is with your passion, with what's going to make you a lot of money. Only do things that intersect those three things. Because if you're passionate about it and you have expertise, but you don't make money, you can't build a team. And if you are, good at it and you make money, but you're really not passionate, then someone else is going to run circles around you and they're going to outwork you. They're going to outthink you. They're going to be putting in that extra effort to build big partnerships, et cetera. So you really can't succeed unless you consider those three things. But then over time, I realized while reflecting on this, that my biggest successes have come from a different combination of three things that are similar. So the first one is to ask yourself, what is your biggest strength? Could be your team's biggest strength or you personally. Where have you made the most progress? You just seem to have almost an unfair advantage over other people. Where is the most demand? But most importantly, where is the most future demand, growing demand, and inevitably more demand than there is now? There has to be enough demand that you can survive and keep the lights on. But where's your biggest strength intersect with growing demand and enough future demand that's going to be a great area to focus on? But also, where is there going to be the lowest competition? How do you do something that's not so niche that no one wants to work with you, but is niche enough that everyone in that niche says, oh, wow, there's someone who works just with people like me, or that's refreshing, or we've been looking for someone who understands our needs, et cetera. And when you combine your biggest strength, which where there's a lot of future demand, but low competition, then what you get is more results on average than when you put energy into anything else. Because when you go into a hyper competitive niche, if you don't narrow it down, they're just competing against the masses, but you're at a big disadvantage. You haven't learned the hundreds of lessons that you would by going out to the market and talking to a lot of investors and iterating your materials and iterating your description of your services, et cetera. So it's really important to understand, and think about how to do that over time.